Welcome to the June 2026 issue of Japan's Top 10 Headlines. We'll jump right into it. So, Medi's about to push out, it's been a bunch of hearings, a new midterm market, which nobody else in the world's ever done. At the recent EEX event a couple weeks ago in Japan, I think no survey, but the vast majority of the traders in attendance are not particularly in favor of this new market. Um, Bottom line, retailers will have to buy or have in place 70% of next year's supply and 50% of the year after that and the year after that. They think the midterm market's the way to actually enable that to be done. Remains to be seen. Next, so the balancing market, EPRX, is about to change, come up in October, a bunch of different things. One of the things that I noted was with the cap on the balancing market creates a cap on the spot market. So if intraday is higher than the cap of imbalance, the natural tendency for a trader is to let it go to imbalance because it's cheaper. I'm not sure that's what they intended, but that's going to be how it works. So for the corporate VPPA market, that's growing dramatically. It's still very early. Using a baseball analogy, I think we're in like the second inning, seven more to go, if not overtime. Tohoku, the electric utility in Japan, got its nuclear plant back on, 2,000 megawatts back into the market. It's good news for them and the market, which leads to the next headline. For the first time in, I can't remember when, been in the market 12 years. The government is not calling for conservation this summer because all the utilities report adequate reserve margins. That's a first. GX ETS, which I call the emissions market run by JEPX, has critics. Primarily the green, clean crowd doesn't believe it's enough incentive to corporates to play enough to actually hit net zero. I think maybe probably will tighten that up in a year or two. So the Japan emissions are down, as you can see from the headline. A lot of that is renewable growth. Some of that is conservation. And you can also tell later on this headlines with the reduced amount of LNG in use in Japan. So this is new. Home batteries, EV will be able to play in the balancing market. So one expects aggregators and retailers to jump all over this. It's good news. Earlier, JEPX had announced a fee reduction, kind of in coordination with their revised system, which supposedly eliminated manual entry and some other things. That's been delayed. Now they're calling October. We'll see. But anyway, they also announced that, never mind, we're not reducing the fees. So Japan's been long LNG based on long-term contracts, off-takers from US, Australia, Middle East, etc. Now they've been selling that into other markets in primarily Asia, and 40% of their total purchases now sold outside of Japan. Really interesting. Anyway, that's it for the month. A lot more. Give me a call, email me, whatever. Thanks for watching.